Can you imagine waking up this weekend to find the government had shut down? I'm not talking a friendly neighbourhood hiccup or your local shop closing down for maintenance. I'm talking about the entire US federal government ceasing to function. Welcome to Hear the Web by Tom and Lily.
And guess what? It might just happen unless a new Senate proposal pulls some magic. This story really caught our eyes, partly because it's an unfolding drama in real time, but mainly because of the number of intriguing facets involved. We're talking about power dynamics, international conflicts, and of course, our favorite bipartisan politics.
Right. The article we're discussing today highlights this interesting chess game being played in the Senate, particularly around a stopgap spending plan. This proposal could potentially prevent a government shutdown this Sunday. It's promising billions in disaster relief and aid to Ukraine. But as always, there's a roadblock.
The roadblock in question is the House Republicans. Now, why would anyone want to oppose a plan that promises assistance and avoids a shutdown? It's multi-layered and the reasons are complex.
Absolutely. The Senate bill promises to keep the government coffers flowing until November 17th. It will also provide about $6 billion for Ukraine's war effort and another $6 billion for disaster relief, specifically targeting regions recently hit by wildfires and floods.
Here's where things get dicey. Republican lawmakers, particularly those leaning towards the far right, are not too thrilled about the assistance to Ukraine, nor do they seem fond of maintaining federal funding at current levels. In fact, they are pushing for significant cuts, even in an interim plan.
But let's not make a villain out of Mr. Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker representing the Republicans. He's in a rather tricky spot himself. He'd need Democratic votes to pass the proposal, and if he leans too much on the Democrats, he might just face a backlash from his own party members.
Talk about being between a rock and a hard place. But we should also point out the positive moves. Senate negotiators are looking at a simple, watered-down stopgap bill that maintains funding at current levels. They hope it would be less complicated for Mr. McCarthy.
Yes, providing some much-needed relief to Ukraine and assuring disaster relief stand at the heart of this proposal. The money allocation also serves as an advance payment towards the full amounts requested by the Biden administration. That's a whopping $25 billion for Ukraine and $16 billion for disaster recovery.
That's not all. Some senators hope that the additional disaster aid could attract voters who are not too keen on backing more funds for Ukraine. But they could find it hard to vote against aid for states hit hard by natural disasters. Did someone say Florida and Hawaii? Yes, they did.
This story follows many twists and turns, and we've got to watch Senator Rand Paul closely. This libertarian, Republican from Kentucky, threatened to use procedural tools at his disposal to challenge the aid. This could delay the Senate bill's arrival in the House.
Don't forget the Federal Aviation Administration. Amidst all these negotiation plays, the continuing resolution would also extend their authority through the end of the year and maintain higher pay for those fighting the wildfires. It's all so layered, so intertwined.
Indeed. To summarize, the main takeaway is a new Senate proposal that promises to keep the government from shutting down and provide billions in aid to Ukraine and disaster relief. However, there's significant resistance from the House Republicans, creating a complex, high-stakes game of political chess.
And as this game plays out, we are all drawn into the narrative, waiting to see how our elected leaders navigate these treacherous political waters. Stay tuned to Hear the Web, and keep an ear out for the next time we'll be discussing world events that are changing our lives, day by day.